You ever seen a pregnant chipmunk? You haven't, have you? No one has ever seen a pregnant chipmunk.
I've never seen a chipmunk in life, period.
Right. You know why?
Why?
Surveillance chipmunks. They're in the trees. And they're not going to ever get pregnant. They're never going to have babies. So they ain't real. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Patriot Pete. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. I don't understand why people eat caged-free chickens. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think that's animal cruelty to eat cage-free chickens.
You think it's cruel to eat an animal that's been
free range,
free to hang out and do whatever it wants?
You think about it. You're a chicken.
Yeah.
You're running around a yard. You got your whole life in front of you. You're thinking, oh, man, I'm going to have find me a nice rooster one day. I'm going to have some eggs. I'm going to have some little chicklets. I'm going to have some little peeps. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes right behind you, bloop, grabs you, breaks your neck, serves you up at KFC.
Wait.
How would that make you feel?
I thought peeps were marshmallows.
I don't know about all the semantics. I'm not in that woke dialogue now. How would you feel if you thought you had your whole life in front of you, you're running through this field, you're caged free, and somebody comes up behind you, breaks your neck, serves you up at KFC?
Well, I mean, that is kind of what life's about, right? Like, you go through life, and then one day, just poof. It's, that's how
I'd rather have the depressed, this is what my life is, chicken that's in a cage.
You want a caged, depressed chicken.
Yeah.
You like the taste of a caged, depressed chicken.
I feel better eating that chicken because he was already depressed.
Do you not think that affects you somehow by eating a
yeah, it tastes better because they ain't over there running all lean and bulky and hard. They're plump. They've been eating and watching Netflix.
And what?
And hard, like it's real hard and the meat's real hard because they've been running. I think it's way crueler to take a young, healthy hen and eat it than a depressed, fat, watching Netflix all day hen that's in a cage. That's what I feel better. I got to think about my conscience at the end of the day. I got to sleep well at night. And I can't sleep well knowing that I took somebody's future away from them.
They also say, man, that these caged chickens, they just start to produce just body parts. They're almost like they're just pieces parts.
That's fine. They know what they're there for. They don't think they have their whole life in front of them. I don't want a happy chicken because you know what? That happy chicken at the end of the day was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Meanwhile, the caged chicken says, this is it. This is what I was bred for.
Well, I'm curious, Pete. What is the secret to your success?
I think if I was talking to anybody today, I'd ask them what time they wake up in the morning. The time you wake up in the morning contributes to your success in life.
What time do you wake up in the morning?
I wake up at 4:30 a.m.
Is that Eastern or Standard?
Central Standard Time.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
16:30 Greenwich Mean Time. I started realizing when I woke up early, I was getting more stuff done during the day. I planned my day out, and it really has become detrimental to my success to wake up early. And I now understand why a lot of successful people wake up at the crack of dawn. I thought they were crazy. I like to sleep in. I used to go party hard, guys. I used to party hardy, go to sleep at 2, 3, 4 a.m., wake up at 1, 2, half the day's gone. But I started waking up at 4:30 through my large prostate. I had to get up to go pee. And that became a normal thing. And I realized I'll just make this part of my success routine. So I wake up at 4:30 every single day. I go pee, come back. I browse TikTok, Instagram, watch some Netflix till about 11:30. I get up, go to McDonald's, get some breakfast because I think the breakfast is the most important part of the day. And then once I have that breakfast, I get started maybe about 1 or 2 o'clock versus back in the day, I used to get started with my day 6 or 7. By that time, it's time to go back out again. So I think it's important if you're trying to be successful in life to wake up early, get your day started, get a nice, good breakfast. Your starting point is the most important point. You got to get that right before everything else falls into place. And now let's go to the mailbag segment.
Says here, my wife threw me out, took the kids. I'm currently living out of my car, and I'm kind of just like hopeless and just don't know what to do next.
I'll tell you what, I lived out of my car for 3 years. While I worked on myself, while I worked on my business. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. I want to live downtown in a flashy house and a flashy condo and all that. Mm-hmm. But you have to make sacrifices in order to get the rewards. You just can't go straight to the rewards in real life. Video games, you can buy your way. In a life, you can't. And I lived in this vehicle for a long, long time, for 3 years, and it was tough. You know, I slept in there, had a shower in there, I figured out how to use a bathroom in there. But at the end, it was worth it. So living in your car in America, you think, oh no, what a tragedy. But in reality, it's just a stepping stone to greatness. A stepping stone to greatness.
Did you say you showered and used the restroom in your car?
Yeah, I had to figure out a way to do that.
What kind of car were you in that you had a bathroom and a shower?
It was a Prevost bus that I had given to me. And it wasn't very big. I think it had 2 bedrooms, but 5 beds, a bath, shower, tub, spa. And that was a small one.
Wait, this is what you lived in?
Yeah, for
Right.
3 years as I was.
This is a car you were living in?
No. It was a bus, Prevost bus. It was tight living for a little bit. It was tight living.
This person's talking about like a little sedan car.
Yeah, I understand. You can only use what you're given in life, and
You were given an RV.
I was given an RV, and I lived in that for a while. At the end of the day, it was a stepping stone to greatness. So we all have to struggle sometimes. I would say to that gentleman there, keep looking up, because that's where it all is. Y'all know those birds you see around town, the spy birds?
Spy birds.
You know, the ones with the cameras inside? You know, the birds aren't real. Everybody knows that. That came out. Whistleblower came out and talked about that. I think even, what was the crocodile man? What was his name from Australia?
Paul Hogan?
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. I think he was trying to tell us that before he died. I think Steve Irwin was trying to explain to us that the birds weren't real before they sent that stingray after him. They sent somebody after him to shut him up. But he was trying to tell us the birds weren't real.
Wait a minute. You're saying that they somehow convinced this stingray.
Oh, the stingrays work for the government. They work for them. They control all the animal life.
And the birds are fake.
Yeah. You didn't know that? That was a whole thing. It's been going on for years. But here's the biggest conspiracy now. The birds now, they put back in the circulation. The birds you have now, if you go hit a bird right now, cut it open, it's a real bird.
Have you done this?
I have a couple times. They changed it. So everyone's on to the birds now, so they had to change it up.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
Ever seen a pregnant chipmunk? You haven't, have you? No one has ever seen a pregnant chipmunk.
I've never seen a chipmunk in life, period.
Right. You know why?
Why?
Surveillance chipmunks. They're in the trees. And they're not going to ever get pregnant. They're never going to have babies because they ain't real.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you were younger, did you ever celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I love Thanksgiving. It's
What
America's
did
holiday.
y'all have when y'all ate?
We had ham. We had
Ham?
Yeah, ham.
Okay.
Broccoli cheese. Casserole.
Y'all didn't have turkey.
No,
Why not?
they are real. I'm just pulling your leg. Of course, we had turkey. They were real back then. They changed it just recently, and then that's when the whistleblowers came out, and then they changed it back to chipmunks.
Okay, so are turkeys not real anymore?
You ever seen that movie Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale?
No, I didn't.
No.
I saw the show.
Disney was putting up on the movie. They were, and even on the show, the cartoon, they were explaining to you guys the chipmunks were surveillance deal. They were basically in plain sight, telling you that, hey, we're watching you with these chipmunks, but no one picked it up.
What's your favorite Disney afternoon show?
I don't watch Disney.
But you just said
When I was 8, I just watched Chip and Dale because I was trying to get the information they were trying to show us.
Okay. So
That's all I watched.
you weren't a DuckTales guy.
No,
No Darkwing.
no,
No Goof Troop.
no. I don't like talking animals. It's not real. But Chip and Dale was trying to tell us what's really going on in the world. I sat there with my notebook when I was 8 years old, and I was writing down all the information that I was getting from that television show.
And you're a trapper keeper.
I don't know what that is. Again, guys, just be careful. You see a chipmunk out there,
Avoid it at all costs.
I mean, you don't have to avoid it.
What if the chipmunk wanted to have a beer with me on an afternoon?
That first time would be a first sign. I would be like, this ain't a real chipmunk.
So don't acknowledge the chipmunk.
You can acknowledge
don't,
it.
Okay,
You can
but
acknowledge
don't
it.
have a beer with it.
No, you can acknowledge a chipmunk. You can see the chipmunk. Just don't share any intimate details. Don't tell them where you live. Don't bring out your ID.
Okay.
Because all of that is the information they're trying to get. The government's
What
trying
if
to figure
the
out
chipmunk
all.
lives in the tree at my house and sees me come out of my house?
I would call an exterminator right away.
Okay.
That is sign number 1, too, that if you see a chipmunk at your house in your tree, they're on to you. They're on to you. You don't think I'm telling the truth. Guys, I'm going to ask you again. You ever seen a pregnant chipmunk? And now it's time for the Sheeple's Corp. I think vegetables are the biggest conspiracy that's going on today, and people need to know about it. I've never in my life had a burger with pesticides on it, but I've had a carrot with pesticides on it. And they told me that's good for my vision. It's good for my body.
So you don't get any veggies on your burger?
Oh, I tell them to take that off. I don't need no pesticide. I don't need Raid on my burger. I've had it tested by a lab. I took a salad and I took a burger and I took them to a lab and I had them tell me which one had the most chemicals on it. Guess which one it was? The salad. The salad will kill you faster than my triple burger that I got from Carl's.
Who's Carl?
I'll tell you about Carl real quick. Carl didn't graduate high school. Talk about American hero. Carl didn't graduate high school, but he was always really good in the kitchen. After he got kicked out, he used to come up to the lunchroom with baked potatoes. He got in his coat. He had a sandwich, Reuben, whatever, Cuban, and what you want. And he made these the night before, and he sold them at school.
Wait. He would bring you food. He would bring you shirt food. He would pull out sandwiches from his body and sell them to you.
Right. Yeah.
And you ate these things.
Yeah. He was a great cook. And we said, Carl, you need to open up a restaurant.
Why did Carl have a son?
Why didn't he just put him in a bag? Why do you have to carry him on his body?
Well, I mean, I think he wrapped them up in like cellophane or whatever and put them in his coat. And he would sell them. We said, Carl, you got to open up a restaurant. He goes, I don't know how to open a restaurant. I didn't graduate high school. You said, you didn't need to know. They don't teach that. You didn't go to an elective, open up a restaurant in high school. He figured it out. He opened up a restaurant called Carl's Burgers. Greatest burger place I've ever been to. And that guy doesn't serve any vegetables on his burger because he was with me when we went on that study of which food's healthier. And the meat is the healthiest thing you can eat.
So I understand the pesticides part, but I don't think meat would have any pesticides anyways to begin with. So does Carl test for like any illnesses, diseases, or anything that the meat may have?
No, he doesn't test for that because he burns it all out on the grill. All that stuff burns out on the grill. When you take raw stuff from the earth, that's disgusting. People walk on the earth, people drive on it. Chemicals come from these spray machines and things like that. It's not good to just be taking stuff off the ground and just go eating it. If you have a little baby going out and putting rocks in their mouth, what do you say? Oh, no. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. And you take that away from them. Why? Because it's dirty. It's disgusting. It's going to make them sick. But they put a hot dog in their mouth. You're not saying, no. You say, oh, enjoy the hot dog. Because you know which is safer. It just makes sense. Common sense, guys. It's common sense. Vegetables are the biggest form of disease and death on this planet. The biggest cause.
All vegetables are the leading cause of death.
I wouldn't say all vegetables. If you fry them, it takes out a lot of that chemical stuff. Like I love fried okra, but I make sure it's fried. I'll never eat okra raw.
Gotcha.
Because you fry that chemical out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're eating a balanced diet, which who told you to do that? They did. If you're eating a balanced diet of vegetables and all that stuff, get rid of the vegetables, eat more protein, eat the meat. Eat the meat. You'll live longer, you'll be happier, you're fuller, you got more energy. It's just the better way to live. Well, guys, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Good night, everybody.